Hello everyone, my name is Sharon Milne Barber from Bengal Rose Healing, Quantum Trance Healing. I'm coming on to talk to you about self-development. I've been a working light worker channeler for many years now, and I've written over 18 books channeled from my celestial guides. And these books are full of amazing knowledge, some of them known on Earth and some of it's new. And as we move into our quantum era, the new light Earth timeline, where our guides are working hard to bring us in to spiritual development and ascension in our personal lives, every individual on Earth. They said to me a few weeks ago, we're going to do something called a workbook with you. So when I work and I channel, it's almost like I have a guide sitting beside me on my computer, and they direct me what I need to pull in to what I need to create. So the first one I've created is called Awakening Your Spiritual Pathway. It has 6 sections, and it's equivalent of probably like a 6-week workshop, which I actually do online. And within this book, you have sections. I'm just flicking pages. So section 1, the first part of section 1 is like the lessons with the knowledge. And during those sessions, when you do them, there'll be opportunities to write your thoughts and journal thoughts on each bit that you come across. And then we progress to, just flicking my pages, then we progress to something, there we go, guided practice exercises to aid your connection. And these will be meditations or short meditations or some exercises to help you with your personal development. Some of the meditations already exist, and they're within my work already, and they're on my ST Bengal Healing shop, and they are £4 each. But what we're offering with the workbook with proof of purchase, you can have them for £1 each. But the meditations are also laid out in the book in written form. So if you are a leader of knowledge and a teacher of a circle, you can actually play some soft music and channel the meditation across to your students and the energy with it, etc., and help them with their progress that way. If you're self-developing at home, then you can have a friend that can do it, or you can purchase one of the MP3 meditations. And then we move on to journaling pages. So the third section in section 1 will be journaling, and there's questions, and you have the opportunity to self-develop through answering the questions, and they are linked with the first section of what you've been reading and taking into your brain, I would say, and what sits and resonates with you. Now, so every section has this format, and it progresses through the book. And then at the end, we've actually allowed I think it's about 50 journaling pages with nothing on, so you can extend any exercises that you've done into the back, or you can journal your progress every day of when you do this self-development workbook. It's an amazing opportunity because it's only £35, and it's an opportunity to learn new things, do it at your own pace, financially very cheap if you think of, you're getting 12 years of knowledge in one book. And it's a way to just self-develop. It's safe, and there's guidance through that, protection and things to do, and there's just so much knowledge in there. It can be from a beginner's level if you so are drawn to it, but I would probably say it's a little bit more people that perhaps sat in a circle, want to advance themselves, can't join a circle, but they've got a little bit of experience and they just want to have something to advance their knowledge and self-development. You see a lot of certified courses around. I don't run my courses like that. My courses are from my guides, and I trust the teachings are 100%. And I know that my guides will draw to my work people that need to be influenced and guided to help them on their spiritual pathway by their knowledge. It's not my knowledge, it's my guide's knowledge. And my work is from, perhaps we'd understand, as like the lower level of understanding to the very high level that's coming in now. And this workbook covers all sorts of levels within it. So if you come across a bit and it sort of goes over your head a bit, don't feel deflated by that, because a year down the line, when you revisit it, you will have a greater understanding of it, if that makes sense. Because it happened to me in my early days. Somebody gave me a Diane Cooper book. It was a thick book. And they said, "Oh, you must read this, Sharon. Oh, you must read this." I picked it up. I think I got 3 pages in. It was going over my head. I was like, "Oh, I can't cope with this." And it was such knowledge. I just wasn't ready for it. And then a few years later, I picked up the book and read it. And I understood it. And so that's what teaching's like. If you go to university, you're not going to understand everything in your lectures. And that's the idea of learning. You ascend through your education. You learn to understand more. There's bits in these books which might be in the workbooks which could be at a higher level, and then I direct you to a book about that which I've written, and then it would be your choice whether you purchase that book and carry on your education that way. And I know when these workbooks are done by people, you're going to have such an amazing understanding of things which could be thought of slightly out of the box. But the only way humanity can change, the only way you can awaken your spiritual pathway, is to start learning things slightly beyond your understanding. Because how are you going to grow? I'm now also working on another workbook, which is actually completely at beginner's level. So somebody who's just literally been walking through their 3D reality life, and they have a light bulb moment, something's changed, and they go, actually, there's something around me, there's something different. I need to investigate this. Perhaps that spiritual church be worth going to, or perhaps that mind body fair. Oh, hang on a minute, what's this workbook? I'll try that. So it's another way of giving a tool to help people develop. And for those that perhaps are afraid to go out into groups and socially, it'd be a way for you to start to have a deeper understanding without putting yourself in that position. And when you if you then go to a development group, you'll have some baseline understanding of what's actually going on and what people are talking about. So when they talk about guides, they talk about energies and etc., etc. So that's what these are about. I've also been told there's going to be a third workbook, but the way they work with me is I can't see what it is yet, but it's like they stack it up in my in my ethereal energy, and they say, right, that one's waiting there, you've done that one, and now you're working on this one. So they stack stuff up to make me aware it's going to come in. And quite often they come in just before I start finishing off the one I'm working on at that moment. So it's interesting the way they work. Your self-development to me is really key and important. Obviously, I do offer online work, online courses, and online one-to-one development. So it could well be, if you decide to go down the route of the workbook and go through it, then you think, well, actually, I want to expand this, I want to expand that, I want to look at trance. You could come back and say, right, I could like to have some one-to-one sessions with you. And the one-to-one sessions is the cost of this book. This book seems, compared to other books, you think, oh, £35, but oh my God, no, this has got hundreds of pounds worth of knowledge in, if you want to look at it from that point of view. If you want to look at it from a money point of view, it will save you a fortune, and you will have some amazing factual facts and knowledge, and you will learn so much from them, I can tell you. And it's been wonderful for me to pull out of all this work I've done over the last 12 years in my guides on the channeling the books, what was needed for this book, and seeing how 12 years ago, when I wrote Utopia, and it seemed like that'll be the only book I write. Now where I am down the line, 18 books plus a workbook and the second one now being produced, that I'd have laughed if you told me that. But now it all makes sense to me that the plan was there. All of this knowledge was put into place for a reason, and these workbooks are one of them. So I hope you are guided to use them. I know they'll help you. My email address is in there, so you can access me through that if you have any questions, because I feel personally I completely trust these workbooks, so they're going to help whoever purchases them. but I also feel that I am an extension of that purchase, if that makes sense. So I shall leave that with you, and I should just quickly show you. This is my what we call an author's copy. It's got a line through it. So that's the first one. That's what it looks like, and it's on Amazon. I'll put a link up with this anyway. And yeah, good luck if you decide to go down the self-development route. And even if you're sitting in a circle, why not give yourself that extra bit of knowledge? And if you're a teacher, a leader of knowledge out there, don't define yourself just to what you've been taught. Start expanding, doing stuff like this, because it will be a growth for your own knowledge as well. And working through this workbook will really help you and give you stuff to use with your students. You know, it'll expand your vocabulary, I suppose, and tools that you can use with your students. So I'll leave that with you. Take good care. Bye.